Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a cool little game from designer Michael Schacht called Dragon Boats of the Four Seas. Dragon Boats of the Four Seas is a 2 to 4 player game where players are competing to collect goods to get on these boats, to take them to islands, to start settling some farms. There are fish farms, rice farms, pig farms, and I think chicken farms. There might be another one. Soybeans. Yeah, so you're trying to go around settling these farms to make the most of the same kind of farm, and you want to have your people in little clumps of areas to score a pile of points. There's more to the game than that, but that's a brief synopsis of what you're doing. But let's go down to the table and see what you're actually doing. Alright, so here's a game of Dragon Boats of the Four Seas set up for a 2-player game. Let me go over a quick setup and then we'll just jump in and see how we play. Each player is going to take a player board of the color, all these discs, which you can't see, they're off camera a little bit, and 10 meeples, also known as explorers. And they'll have a money track, which I'll explain to you how you get some money in a second. Then you're going to set up the board. You're going to place all these mountain tiles that have a little mountain on the back in the mountain region. You're going to place randomly hexes that have mist in the appropriate spots on all 4 of the islands. You're going to put the cards here, 2 face up, and you're going to randomly pick 4 boats, which I'll get into in a second. They're going to go on each of the ports, the docks right here. So I did that. And you're going to populate the goods tiles right here on the appropriate spaces randomly. There's a bag you can draw from. And in a 2-player game, you're also going to put some discs in the board to make areas a little more expensive. So in a 2-player game, you're going to put 2 discs here and 1 disc here. And the game's going to take place over 6 rounds, which is signified by that track over there, the little boat. After you do one, you're going to flip one. All right, so that's set up. Now, let's go into starting goods that we get. So at the beginning of the game, each player is going to pick one of these 4 cards. Not the 2 at the end, but one in the middle. The cards look like this. They're going to give you some goods, some money, maybe some food, maybe some treasure, and maybe something else. So the trick over here is the earlier you put your disc on one of these, the less stuff you get to start, but the quicker you're going to get your 4th disc for bidding purposes. Because this is a bidding game at its core. So you want to have as much opportunity to bid as you can. And right now we only have 3. So to go early, you might get less stuff, but you're going to have your 4th disc for longer times to make use of it. So blue player, what they did was they took the 3rd round card. They got 2 random goods from the bag, which I have right here. So I have leather, and then I have a gold and a tea. And I get 4 money, which is this right here. And I also get 1 food card. I'll explain what food cards do in a second. The cards are like this. They just have 1 on one side and 3 on the other. There's a whole deck of them up here that are off camera. Pink, they wanted the best card, so they went all the way to the end. So they're not going to get there till the second to last round. They get 3 random goods, which they have Cinnabar, which I haven't shown you. Cinnabar is that one. And they have 5 money. They have a food as well. They have a treasure. Again, they function the same way as the food. They have 1 and 3. But they also have a dragon card. These dragon cards are awesome. They give you one-time special abilities throughout the game, or they can give you some in-game points. So in this one, she can switch 2 meeples, and we'll go into that when we start playing some stuff on the board. And that's set up. And now we will get started. So turn order, I'll say blue is first player this round. It doesn't really matter. So turn order, blue. So then after every round, the turn order is going to just pass back and forth. There's no way to change turn order, so it'll just be every other person will take first player. All right, so blue, they're going to, the first phase is bidding. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a disc. We're going to put it on one of these 5 areas. There's numbers. And then you're going to do the actions when we pay. So the way paying works is however many discs are here, say I put my disc there. However many discs are there, that's how much you have to pay to take one of those goods. So right now I have to pay 3 coins to get first pick of any of these. If there was another player there are 2 discs, they'd have to pay 2. And then the bottom one pays 1, but they get what's left. So that's how the bidding works. That's the whole entire mechanism of the game. So these are pretty self-explanatory. You're going to go here, take the goods. Some of these goods are going to give you treasures, which you can see here. Some of them will give you food. Otherwise, they're just going to be goods to help you get on the boats, which I'll explain in a second. Or you can go down here, which you can trade one of your current goods you have for any other random good out of the bag and a food. Or if you have a treasure card, you can cash in a treasure card for either of these cards or one of the face down cards. That's the 5 spinning spots. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to play through a couple rounds so we can see how it works. Let's see. The boats are going to take leather. I'll explain what that means shortly. I'm going to go here. All right, so then pink, they're looking around at the boat situation, seeing what they have. They actually want to get some leather. They don't have any leather, so they'll go here. Blue, back to blue. They want to get some more food, so they'll go here. Oh, and on your board, you also have 2 private actions that you can bid on, and you go there and you get 2 coins. So no one can take those, and you can only do those twice. So we're to pink. Pink has 5 money. They've spent 2 already. They have a treasure. They don't want that. They want to get some stuff. Yeah, they want to go here, actually. So they're going to go there. Which that's cheeses off blue, because that's what they wanted to do. They can still do it, but then they got to pay extra money. So they will actually go here again. And then pink has 1 more disc. What do they want to do? They would like to go here. So that's 2, 4, 5. Okay. All right, so that's bidding. Second phase is pay. It's all laid out on your board too. So the way paying works is you're going to take the top disc. You're going to pay what you have to pay. You're going to take the action in the space. And then you can put meeples on boats, which I'll get into when we do that. So nobody's up round 1 because this is a dummy player. Round phase 2, or area 2 is pink. There are 2 discs there, so she has to pay 2 coins. So she'll slide her marker down. Now she can take any of these that she wants. She's really wanting leather, so she will take this one because it has gold and leather. And now she has 4 things in storage, which I'll get into in a second. All right, so now she gets to take one of her meeples if she wants to, and you can assign them to the mountain regions or onto a boat. So to get a meeple on the mountain, you will have to cash in 3 goods, any kind of goods that you want, and you can put your meeple on the A spot or the B spot. So while we're up here, let me explain how this works. So what the mountain region is, it's essentially going to give you in-game bonus tiles. So say she cashes in her goods and she wants to go to A. When we start moving, you have 3 movements you can make, plus 1 extra movement for every food that you spend. And when you cross these areas that give you things, you get that good. So say she went here and she can move 3. She can go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, and the 3rd one you're going to claim a tile. So she claims this tile, it would be hers. And she crossed coin and food, she would get 1 money and she would get 1 food. That's how that works. The islands are the same way. You all have 3 movements, and you can go here and claim a tile. And these are like a set collection, and they're going to score points based on how many that you have. So that's how that works. So she doesn't want to go to the mountain right now. She wants to go to the leather boat. So she actually wants to go here, because this boat only requires 1 person. It only has room for 1. She has to cash in a leather. So she cashes in this one because it has gold and leather. So she'll put that back in the bag to be able to be drawn later. Now she's on a boat. So that boat will take off during the explore phase because it's full. And yeah, we'll explain that when we get there. Next is blue. So they have 2 actions in a row. They're going to pay 2 coins. And they're going to take a treasure because they want to get in the treasure game. So they take this tile with the treasure on it. It gives them a treasure. So we'll put that back in the bag. And then they have another one. Oh, and then they can do an explorer. So let's see. Do they have anything they can get on here? Let's see. They cannot get on a boat at this time with their current situation. So now they pay another coin. And they're going to take this cinnabar. Take this back. So now they're going to get on a boat. They have cinnabar and leather right here. This boat requires cinnabar and leather. So they're going to come up here. And they're going to go in the front. And it requires 1 person. Let me show you that. The boats need that many people before they will set sail. So this has room for 3, but if it has 2, it will take off at the explore phase. So this one will take off, that one will set sail, and these goods go away. And then we're moving on to area 4. Pink has to pay 2 coins. And let's see, we'll take, what kind of things do we need for the boat here? Leather, so they're going to take leather. And they are going to get on this boat. And let me show you why here. All right, so this boat, if you look at it, it has 3 spaces. The middle one has a good with an X through it. That means if you're the first person to go on this boat and you go into the middle, you can pay 1 less good. So you can pay tea or leather, your player's choice. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to cash in a tea right here. And they're going to put their meeple in the middle. And I'll explain what the significance of the spaces are once we get there. And then blue, it's their turn. Can they get on a boat? Can they get on another boat? They have nope, they cannot get on a boat. So they're just going to take this one for 1. Start working their way up. So they're broke now. All right, then we'll go down here. This one costs 1 as well for pink. They're going to trade a good for another good. So they're going to trade this tea for a random good out of the bag. So let's see what we get here. And they got a leather. Not great, but all right, whatever. So tea goes in the bag, and they also get a food for that, for their troubles. So they get another food to help them move around the islands. And if they want, they can cash in a treasure for a card, which I think they're going to do. So they will cash in this treasure to take this card, which I'll explain in a minute. This is an in-game scoring card. All meeples on islands that are alone are going to be worth 2 points. That's really nice because that's going to basically double some guys' scores. All right, so that was the end of the pay phase. Oh, I guess the pink player needs to determine if they're going to get on another boat. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to get on another boat. So they have leather and tea. This boat requires leather and tea. So they will go right here. All right. So now we're done with the pay phase. Next is explore. So the way exploring works is that's when the boats are going to set sail based on the BPM. So if you look at this one, it has 55 beats per minute. So you got that guy saying, you know, doing the rhythm of the paddles. So that's what this means. So you have BPM here. 55 is the highest. So that means this set sail first. So the way the spots on the boat work, whoever's in the back gets to determine where the boat goes to. The boat can go to here or it can go to here. Whoever's in the front gets off first. So that's why these 3 over here make, you know, the middle one, you don't have any choices. You're going wherever you go and you get second pick. But in the front, they get off first. But now the middle one, because they're in the back, they get to determine where it goes. So that's how the boats work. So let's see, what does blue want to get? Let's go over here. They want to get some chickens. All right, so then they're going to get off. They can move 3 spaces. So we'll go 1, 2. We'll get this chicken. And then it just comes over here by your player board, and you're going to start the set collection. You're not going to be able to see it that well because it's off the camera, but so I have a chicken. And then that guy stays there for the rest of the game. There's an area majority bonus kind of, so say this is what this looked like. And I had 3 guys right here in a clump. Each one of these guys is going to be worth however many I have in the clump squared. So I have 3 guys times 3. I would get 9 points for this. But if you have a single guy, and there's other colors up there, they're only worth 1 point. So that's where this card comes in a little more handy. So now that guy for pink, if that was a pink player's character, it would be worth 2 points instead of 1. So that's a little bit on how the area and majority works. All right, so then next highest beats per minute is this one. So pink gets to determine where they want to go. They want to get some fish. That seems like the best option. So they're going to go here. They get to move 3. So they'll go 1, 2, 3. Take that one. So now they have a fish token. And then they also pass the food. So they get another food. So I actually have 3 food now. So I'll get rid of some of these other ones because I don't need them. I'll just flip this to the 3 side. And then they're going to take this person off the boat. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. They're going to cash in a food. So now they have 2 food. And they're going to get to move an extra space. And then we'll go right there and take the chicken. So now they have fish and chicken. They wanted to take the chicken because they didn't want the blue player to get the chicken. And they're going to collect a food and a coin. So they get 1 coin and they get a food. So now they have 3 food again. So they spin a food, but they didn't lose anything. All right, so that was that one. Next one, we have Pink over here. And she has fish and chicken. So let's go over here. This is really going to cheese the blue player off. So she comes over here. She's going to go 1 and boom and take another chicken. So now she has 2 chickens. And the ones that have 1 through 4 at the bottom, you can get up to 16 points if you can collect all. It's 1, 4, and 9, and 16. And then the ones that have 3, they're worth 1, 4, and 9. And then everything else will just start a new set. So that's the end of that. All the boats that launched go away. So these 3 are out. Next we're on to the storage phase. So we are going to have to store 3 goods. If you have more than 3, you can sell them back for a coin. But in this case, nobody has more than 3, so they're good. Then we will refill the cards. We will refill the goods right here. Anything that was taken. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got some jade. We got a card, some jade, some gold, some tea. All right. Then we will get new boats. Got a couple. The boats should be in a stack, but I'm just using one of the bags to draw out of. So let's see. We got a gold boat. We have a jade boat. And we have a tea and jade boat. Whoops. Making a mess. All right. And then at the end of that round, we will flip this first card. And now we're on to round 2. And if anybody had a disc there, they would get to take that disc. So let's go play another round since we're having a good old time here. All right. So first player is now Pink. So they get first dibs in bidding. Nobody has any money, which is not good. Pink has 1 coin. So first thing they're going to do is they're going to go here and they're going to take some cash on their own board. So they go up 2. All right. Blue has to do the same thing because they have no money at all. Okay. Then it's Pink's turn. They are going to get some gold. So they're going to go here. Blue is going to go here. Pink has 3 coins, so they can afford to pay a little bit extra. So they'll go here. And blue has 2 coins, so they'll just go down here. All right, and that's it. Everybody is done. So area 1, there's no players here, just dummies. Area 2, that's Pink. They have to pay 2 coins. So they pay 2 coins. Then they get a first pick of whatever they want here. What do they need? They need jade and a leaf and tea. Cinnabar. So they'll take the jade. They're going to take the jade. All right. Then blue player, they have to spin a coin. They will take jade as well. All right. Pink player, they're spending another coin. Now they're broke. They will take the gold. Oh man, I forgot to put people on boats. Dang it. All right, so first was Pink. So let's go with Pink here. They get to put somebody on a boat. Yikes. They're going to do the Cinnabar boat. They're going to come over here, cash in their Cinnabar. Sorry, I did this not in order, but I'll catch it back up. So they're going to go here. So this boat's full. Then it would have been the blue player. The blue player is going to get on this boat by paying a jade right here. They're going to go in the middle, so they're taking the 1 good discount. Then pink player, they took gold. So they will get onto the gold boat. So they'll cash in their gold. Gold's also worth a point at the end of the game. And then we're back to blue player. They're going to pay another coin. They're going to cash in one of their treasures. And they're going to take a card. Let's see. They're going to take a random card. So any cotton that they get or rice that they get is going to be worth an extra point. So that's pretty handy. Keep that face down so no one knows. And then they will go on. Can they get on any of these boats? They cannot get on a boat. So what they're going to do is they're going to start going around the mountain. So they're going to cash in 3 goods. There's 4 goods right here. Actually, no, they're going to exchange something. They're going to exchange, because they have the exchange action, so they're going to take a food. And they're going to exchange this cinnabar and gold for something else. Let's see what we can get here. Great, they got a food. All right, that didn't pan out very well. All right, so they have 3 food now. And now they can't get on any of the islands or a boat or the mountain, so they're done. All right, so then we will launch some boats. So these 2 are the only ones launching because that one needs 2. So this one's 26 BPM, so they're going to pick where they want to go. Pink player has fish and chicken. So let's go over here. So they're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have to cash in a food. So they're going to cash in a food. So now they have 2 food. And they crossed over a food and a treasure. So they have 3 food now. And they get a treasure. All right. And then pink is also down here. They get to pick something else. They're going to try to get another fish. So they're going to go here. They're going to go 1, 2, take that for 3. And they get another food. All right, so that was that. These are done. Out of the game. We'd refill any cards. We would flip this turn order thing. Blue now for the next round gets their 4th disc. And we'd refill other boats, refill these, and we just keep playing until to the end of 6 rounds. Then we'll end up do the final scoring, which there's some final scoring for the set collections, area majorities, any bonus cards, and then whoever has the most points is the winner. And that is Dragon Boats of the 4 Seas. Let's go up to the top, see what we think about it. All right, so that was Dragon Boats of the 4 Seas. This game, I've only played a couple Michael Schacht games. I have the Golden City, I believe that's him, and that's the only one that I've actually played before. This one is amazing. I like the bidding. I like the way that you're not outbidding someone. You're basically just making yourself pay more money so you get first dibs on the thing. So say there are 2 people on area 1. So the first person is going to pay a coin, second person is going to pay 2 coins. If I want to go there, I got to pay 3 coins. But I may really need that cinnabar or that jade, or I may really need some food that's on that area. So that's a really cool mechanism where you're not really outbidding people. You're just making things more expensive for you to get first dibs. I really, really like that. I like the boating mechanism as well, where you have to cash in the goods that you're collecting to get on boats, and then based on where you are on the boat determines if you get first pick when you get off the boat, or if you get to pick where the boat goes. I like that there are different kinds of boats, where some boats take 1 person, some boats can hold 3, and the BPM mechanism is really neat too. So say there are 2 boats, they could each be going to the same island but at different ends. But say one of them has a 60 BPM, the other has a 29, the 60 one's going to go first, and you could get off that boat and go all the way to the end of the island to beat someone else to take a farm tile that they thought they were going to get. It's cool. It's kind of mean. It's not mean as in like, hey, I'm going to play a bad card on you and slap you around. It's mean as in, man, I know you really wanted that good, but I'm going to pay 3 just so you can't get that good. And that bidding is always brutal. So this is no exception. It's very fun. Again, this is a prototype copy, so some of the components in this copy are not final, like the boats just being a little cardboard. They're actually going to be big 3D boats that you're going to sit that cardboard into, and it's going to look amazing on the table. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is just a Kickstarter preview video, but I'm going to go ahead and give this an accepted rating because it's amazing. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to play it some more. It's only 6 rounds, so it doesn't outstay its welcome. It's not even a heavy game. It's like a light family plus bidding game, but the decisions that you're making during all that bidding and where you want to go on the boats are incredible. So that is Dragon Boats of the 4 Seas. It's on Kickstarter now. There'll be a link in the video description if you want to go check it out. If you enjoyed this review, check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/boardgamemechanics. We have videos from myself, Joel, Katie, and Kim. We also have a Facebook page at facebook.com/theboardgamemechanics. We have an audio podcast that I think we just dropped episode 38 on, and you can check that out at bgmechanics.com. We're on Twitter at bgmex and Instagram at boardgamemechanics. I'm Jason, and keep gaming.